Good day, everyone. I will discuss to you the development of social studies in the Philippines. First, we have these study objectives. Understand the growth of social studies in the Philippines. Second, analyze the changes in the Philippine society brought by social studies. Third, define social studies in a nationalistic perspective.
The development of social studies in the Philippines started from the Spanish colonial period, as it gave the Philippines the anthropological roots. The Eurocentric writings of Pigafetta, Lorca, Plasencia, and Chirino in the 16th century is one of the examples. In the American colonial period, the Philippine educational system improved and reached its goal by producing intellectual Filipino individuals that continue the progress of the sector. The Philippine social science evolved through this establishment of academic departments that is based and influenced by American universities. It is said that Cersal and Marcelo H. del Pilar can be considered as the pioneer of political science in the Philippines. Gregorio Sanciano E. Hoson, who wrote economic treatise is considered as the first local economist, according to the paper of De Jos in 1999. Although early thinkers of the disciplinal works reflected the contribution of this discipline to the Philippine society. It is with the fact that there is no defined theoretical and methodological perspective existed in the Philippines before 20th century. The formation of different organizations leads the Philippine intellectuals to be more nationalistic grounded and to explore the multidisciplinary cooperations. These organizations were dedicated for their own development in their disciplinary fields. The courage and the charisma of academic leaders had a significant contribution for the establishment of Philippine Social Science Council in 1963. It is with the fact that social science in our country came from the Western influence. We are creating the social science disciplines in our country by comparing if it is more likely with the Western ideology and methodology. Unlike Western countries that evolved to bring concrete societal changes, we are influenced and shaped by the colonizer's mind. The first generation Filipino social scientist that was trained in the Western culture universities had a great contribution by making changes on how social sciences in the country works. They are the pioneer in applying their skills to evaluate and analyze Philippine problems. It is in their time that social sciences shift to have nationalistic strategy toward greater planning and intervention that will hone the next generation of social scientists.
The perspective and methodologies in the 1960s, 1970s, and in the succeeding years or decades have their parallels in international social science practice. In the years of martial law, that social scientists have a diverse discourse was eventually replaced by openness to collaboratively engage to the restoration of formal institutions of constitutional democracy in the mid 1980s.
The social science influences the policy and program formulation in various areas of national life that observe the democratic governance and the shaping of critical and logical public discourse. In response to the need of monitoring government efforts to address social concerns, scientists have developed and refined indicators by the different social science advocates. These indicators is intended to impact and meet the expectation of the citizenry. The diverse foundation of the community is a factor to generalize the great contribution of social sciences on public policy and discourses. The practices of social scientists in the past decades defined the development of Philippine social science as a whole. It was hardened and shaped by the different historical societal challenges and intellectual influences.